Shalom Israel. Just doing this video to address this guy who just keeps harassing us now. It's starting to become harassment. Not going to mention him by name. Tired of giving him publicity. But if he comes across this video, y'all know what it is. Two recent videos I did addressing him. One was mild. The other one I had to get gully with him. Gully, I know that's an old word. But, it's like, when we're in this faith, we got to remember we're human beings. We're going to fuck up. We're going to make mistakes. And I get it. The guy's obviously mad about something. He's mad about that one night that I was making fun of him, about something that happened. I'm not going to get into specifics. But basically, man, listen, the guy's a piece of shit, to keep it 100. I don't respect him anymore. Like, when he walked away that day, I actually respected him. Because he did everything up until that point. He had his bullshit to him. But, basically, I'm just going to go right into it. Okay? Because I'm tired of beating around the bush. Right? You like being straightforward? Mighty Mouse is what I'm going to call him for this video. I'm going to be straightforward with you. All right? All that tough guy, rude shit, thinking you tough and shit, save that shit for somebody you can beat. You damn sure ain't fucking squaring off with me a day in your life. Basically, what I want to address is the comments that he wrote on the video that I both videos actually. One, he said that I was afraid to ask South Carolina brothers for the money they owed. Funny thing is, they didn't owe money. Your recollection is stupid. We made him capo over the church, the South Carolina camp, where they pretty much report to him any issues, any whatever, any guidance they need or whatever, and that was that. So it was him who took it upon himself to kind of give them an orientation, which I'm all for that. Anytime that a new arrangement is made, always introduce what's going on up front. Anybody that's ever started a new job, that 9 times out of 10 they give you an orientation. They let you know how the company philosophy, and in this case it should be no different. If you're part of a church, that church has a way that they do things, and that way is to be obeyed. This is the way we do things in this church, and bam, that's it. Nobody gets offended. Nobody, we all know how things are going to go. So this guy, in his orientation was being rather abrasive and was like, oh, make sure y'all pay y'all tithes because we don't need no deadbeats. So then the brothers call me up. Well, one brother calls me up and says, yo, what's going on? Did you tell this guy anything about me? About us? Because he's over here throwing around the word deadbeat. So that was, basically what I had to do was, talk to him, then go back and talk to Mighty Mouse. And then Mighty Mouse clarified. He said he wasn't calling them deadbeats, and he didn't know anything about anything that has happened up to that point. He was just saying in general, we don't need no deadbeats around us, which is true. It's just the way he went about it. Since you're a man that feels he can say whatever he wants with no concern for consequence or even a misunderstanding. Things like that do happen. Next thing I wanted to talk about. This guy's saying that he got up in my face. If you were to ever have gotten up in my face, Mighty Mouse, I would pick you up by the collar, I would fold you like a pizza box, and I would stuff you in a trash can with only your feet dangling and your face showing. Watch your fucking mouth. He must have his own version of getting up in somebody's face, because he never got up in my face and talked none of that tough guy shit. He would have got his ass smacked, as he would have if he would have got up in anybody's face. We would have just flicked him. He weighs nothing. If you would have got an Itazawan face, Gabar face, Zakaria, anybody would have choked the shit out of your ass. Because one thing that you don't do in this truth is you disrespect people. I come in this truth, even if I'm a babe, even if I'm a young man in this faith, you're still going to talk to me with some type of fucking respect and dignity. You're not going to go all out running your mouth and disrespecting me. You're not. So, this notion of him getting in my face is another fucking lie. Matter of fact, now that I'm pulled over, I can go to my videos and be more specific about what I'm saying. Because I can address his little bitch ass comments on my videos. Alright, so here we go. Comments. I don't know why I didn't get a notification about his comment. I literally had to scroll past the video and saw that I had a comment. So it says, I'll pay back the money. That's a problem. Oh, pay back the money. Yeah. This guy did the typical, we had a falling out, so I'm not going to pay you what I owe you. You're not the first man nor the last man. You're probably not going to be the last man that leaves having borrowed money and never pay it back. Just keep that. We don't need your fucking money. You're a fucking liar. The fact that you left the church, he did make one payment. He left the church intending on doing the right thing. Yeah, but he stopped communicating, because at least you could say, hey, I know I owe y'all money, but we don't have a collections agency in the camp. Nor is the money that he was loaned, legally, what I'm saying, like in exchange for services or anything. He needed to borrow money. And also, I was about to sign for this guy to get a car, use my credit. Literally 9 days before this guy left the church, he was asking me to sign for a car. Look at how I would have been fucked over if I actually had did it for him. He also said that I'm a hypocrite when he's gotten in my face, but no, you didn't. I already addressed that one. So yeah, I'm done with that video. Let's go to the second video. All right, 2 comments. Here we go. Let's take a look at what Mighty Mouse has to say. Again, I didn't get a notification when he wrote the comment. I just happened across the videos and saw that there was a comment, and then I got to go through some procedure to see it. But it says, I'm really glad I bounced too, yet you was too chicken shit to ask South Carolina for the money they owe. Chicken shit. I won't be any of that chicken shit to my face though, little nigga. What else he say? Yeah, they didn't owe money. You owed money when you left. Let's get that straight. And everything I was saying about you was actually your man Gabar talking shit behind your back for months that I had agreed with because you was clowning around too damn much. I had the balls to say what he didn't want to confess to you. Actually, I have a confession for you. He did tell me to my face, and he has apologized many times. What he did was, you call it talking shit, I call it venting. He vented to you, and usually people vent to somebody that they trust. Unfortunately, Judas, which your latter end should actually be Judas's latter end, at least in his physical life, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's the main thing I want to harp on is his comments about Gabar Rakat. Because he said, your man, that should be your man too, bro. See, I have friends that are no longer part of the faith, at least not to the intensity that we keep it. I know a brother who has a whole household, still, follows the law, statutes, and commandments. He just doesn't go out to the streets and teach. He doesn't subscribe to quote-unquote camp doctrine, but I can't say that anything that he's doing in his life is an actual sin. So, he's just living his life. If for some reason the Lord chooses to have mercy on him, I would love it, because he really is a decent brother. But if he doesn't, I also understand, because he's not out there putting in the work. And I say that just to say that you don't have to have a falling out because you don't believe the same thing. You don't have to be enemies because you no longer are subscribed to the fact that you're a Hebrew Israelite. Or you might be a Spaniard, Mighty Mouse, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, Gabar Rakah, this is what I want to talk to you about, Mighty Mouse, because that's, you can betray me because me and you were cool, but we were never like fucking tight. You know what I'm saying? What you're saying about Gabar Rakah, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. You are a traitor and a half for that. You are a traitor just by selling out men of valor, period. But that brother has shown you nothing but kindness to this day, bro. Nothing but kindness. That man, you'll never meet somebody that'll take care of you like that brother has taken care of you. That brother hooked you up with jobs. That brother helped get your fucking resume in order. That brother gave you a place to stay. And yes, I know you did pay rent, but if you've moved on and actually have you stay at an apartment now, you know how it's not easy to find an apartment. And that brother helped you out with that. Like everything that you've done, you know, within the past few, really since you re-emerged, you know, you're an ungrateful piece of shit, man. You're really an ungrateful piece of shit. And I'm glad you're gone. I don't want nobody like you around me. You're the type of person that hangs around people just to find information on them so that you can later on talk shit about them. I don't want that type of friendship. Of all people, Gabar Rakah should be one of those names that, you know, in the grand scheme of things, you don't touch. To you, especially, and to me too. But that's the reason. That's the difference between me and you. I can have a disagreement with a brother, and he's not my enemy, and I don't forget about all the kind things that they did for me, like you did. You forgot that this man, them same deliveries that you were making, that you said in one of them videos, whose car were you making those deliveries in, Mighty Mouse? You were making those deliveries in his car. The very fact that you can walk around and act like you tough was because of him. He's the one that gave you the fucking confidence. Before you met us, nigga, you was a nerd. You didn't get no chicks. No chicks wanted to deal with you. We gave you swag, nigga. We gave you a lot for you to sit here and turn your back on us and disrespect us on top of that and lie on us and air out dirty laundry and in some cases air out lying bullshit information. So my message to you is watch your fucking mouth as it relates to Gabar Rakah, because that man has done nothing but be nice to you. I don't even want to say nice. He's been kind to you. You know, granted, you know, maybe there are things that didn't, you know, that he didn't say that may have happened. I don't know. You know, when you live together with a roommate, you tend to have deeper issues than if you're just friends with somebody. Because now we gotta worry about buying food. We gotta worry about buying toiletries and keeping the apartment clean and shit. You know, that's a different level of commitment than being a friend and a brother. And I'll tell you this, that brother right there has earned my loyalty for the rest of my life. I'm not sitting here saying that I agree with everything he says and does. That's not what being a brother's about. He doesn't agree with everything I say and do, I'm sure. That's not what being a brother's about. Being a brother is accepting a brother despite his faults, trying to better him, and you're not doing any of that right now. What you're doing is being disrespectful, and you're talking shit, and you're airing out. You're telling me, what did you think was going to happen when you told me he was talking shit about me for months? You thought I was going to call him and confront him about it? That's A. B, you thought that I was going to talk shit about him now? Or C, you thought that that it was going to make me not be his brother no more? Or D, he told me when he, right after he was talking shit about me, that he was talking shit about me. He admitted to me before you got to say it. We made our peace a long time ago behind that. That right there is one of the greatest brothers. Not perfect, brother. Nobody's perfect. But when I tell you that brother right there has shown me selflessness, not selfishness like you do, but selflessness and true brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's literally the type of brother that'll give his shirt off his back to you. And for you to betray him, not me, like I said, I'm alright, I'm a brother. But that brother right there has been to you damn near everything. He helped you make your deliveries so you can get money. He's been the brother there for you when you went through your hardest of times. I can't understand how you can turn your back on that type of brother. But, hey, listen. Just like Judas, the same way Judas ended, you can either repent and apologize to him, or you can do that. But other than that, you really have already shown your true character. And with that, I'm going to just say shalom to those that's listening other than him. To him, I say, kill yourself. Shalom.